Hi guys, and welcome back to day 29 of our 30-day yoga challenge. I will meet you on the mat. Hi guys, so today's class is going to be a little bit different. We've got our final class tomorrow, our day 30, our hour-long class. So today I just wanted to go through the sun salutation again and kind of give the different variations in case you're still struggling with which ones to do, because there are a lot of different options in the sun salutation. So I'll start with the basic and then we will move along. And don't think that you have to keep moving along either. If you are happy in the first one that I'm going to show, please stay there. As long as you're feeling a sensation somewhere, that is all that matters with yoga. It's all about your mind. It's all about focusing in on your breath in these movements and finding your comfortable edge in them. So let's start at the top of our mats, feet hips distance apart. So again, straight away, feet hips distance apart. You can have your toes together. You can have, it's preferred to have your feet parallel, but because everybody's bones are different, maybe your hip bone turns out slightly and you are more comfortable with one foot slightly out to the side. It's literally, it just depends on your body. Every single person is going to be different. So when I cue hips distance, that's normally because that's good for me and it's good for everybody that I've taught so far. So if that feels good for you, stay there. If it doesn't, maybe try putting your feet together, or maybe just kind of shake your legs out a bit, stand, feel comfortable, look down, see where your feet are at. Okay, so straight away, there could be a change. So finding whatever foot position feels good for you, slight bend in the knees. And then again, when most teachers cue tuck the tailbone, they're normally saying that so that you lengthen out through the spine. But if you've already got a tucked tailbone, if I lift that up just so you can see, and you try and tuck it even more, you know, you're going to be really clenching in this lower part and overarching, and it's not going to be good for you. So when you hear the term tuck your tailbone, what they're normally just asking for is just so that you're not like this. Okay, they just want length through the spine. And then roll your shoulders back. Again, it's just so you're not slouching. So finding your Tadasana at the top of the mat. So Tadasana is steady balance, mountain pose. So you just want to feel nice and lengthened, nice and strong and engaged. You don't want to be just stood here, you know, with no muscle engagement whatsoever. You can be stood here straight with no muscle engagement. So hence the tuck the tailbone, roll the shoulders back into your Tadasana pose. Okay, so then slight bend in the knees, inhale, sweep the arms up. Again, here we can have a difference. So inhale, sweep the arms up, arms can be open, hands can be together. You can take a slight back bend. You'll notice that every single person will do this completely different and every teacher will teach it different. So then exhale, forward fold. I normally, hands together, come down with a straight spine. When I can't go any further, slight bend in the knees, then let my back arch down. So you can do it that way. To come down, you can have your arms open out to the side as you come down. You can even bring your hands back down to your chest and just slowly roll down. There is absolutely no right or wrong in these movements. Your sun salutation will be, I was going to say significant to you, but you know what I mean. Like personalized to you. That's the right word. So whatever variation you want to take to come forward, and then inhale, halfway lift. So halfway lift, again, there's not really much difference in this apart from some people can touch the floor. Other people will have their hands on their thighs, on their shins. All you're looking for is to straighten your legs out a little bit more, length through the spine, open the chest, look forward, so that you've got this kind of L shape and the top part of you is parallel to the floor. Exhale, fold forward. Some people can fold forward without bending their knees. really, really flexible people. But it's really nice, even if you are flexible, to bend the knees so that you can really let go of the tension in your back here and just let your body hang. Okay, so there should be no tension in the neck here in a forward fold at all. Then plant the hands. So if that means you need to really bend your knees so that you can plant the hands, then really bend your knees. Okay, so Sun Sal, Sun Sal A is obviously a bit different to a normal sun salutation. So we're doing salutation first. So then one leg goes back. So normally right leg goes back and you lower the knee. If you can't do that, maybe, you know, you come onto your knee or both your knees, shuffle back, and then bring one leg forward again. Just however you need to get back. So if you can put your leg back, you can just lower the knee. If not, maybe you put it back and you just kind of shuffle it back. However you find yourself in your low lunge is absolutely fine. And then all you want to do is make sure your knee is over your ankle with the front foot and you've got length through your spine. Now, if you are pregnant, if you've got big boobs, big belly, anything in the way, this might feel really uncomfortable for you. Come up, or you can have blocks. Find a position that's comfortable for your body. Everybody will be different. It's really nice in these poses just to make sure that your back knee is further than your hip, just so that you're feeling a little bit of a stretch around your hip area here. So then left knee comes back. Again, take your variation. If you can, just bring it right back, bring it back. If you really struggle, maybe, you know, you bring it out to the side a bit and then bring it back. However you need to get it back. Then hands are where they were, so a little bit further than the shoulders. Tuck the toes and downward facing dog. Now, obviously, I've given loads of alignment cues for down dog already. Main points, chest towards your thighs and bum up towards the sky. So you're just trying to get length through the spine and really lengthening out the whole of the back side of the body. Your aim is not to get your heels to the ground. If you're trying to get your heels to the ground and you're not ready for it, your back will arch. That's not what you want. So nice bend in the knees, push your chest towards your thighs. And then one leg comes forward. So again, if you need to lower to your knees, use your hand maybe, bring that foot forward. Or you can raise it up and bring it forward. But whatever you need to do to get your foot to the top of the mat. It really doesn't matter how pretty it looks. You just want to be able to get your foot there however comfortably you can. And then raise up off the back knee and rock it forward into a forward fold. So again, if you can't rock it there, you know, maybe you just take little steps into your forward fold. So then obviously inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up to standing, hands together, hands to heart. So again, when we're sweeping our hands up back to standing, you can sweep them in front of you, you can sweep them to the side, you know, however you want. This is your practice, do what feels good for you. So onto a sun salutation A. So again, find whatever foot position feels good for you. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands. Both feet come back in a sun salutation A. So if you can step both feet back, step them back into plank. If you struggle with that, you know, maybe come down onto your knees, lower them back, and then come up into your plank. And then lean forward ever so slightly over your toes, lower your knees, then you can lower your chest, keeping your bum high, then slide through into your cobra. So before we get on to the different types of cobras, Chaturanga. This is a Chaturanga variation. So lowering the knees, it's just kind of an easy chaturanga. Then lower your chest, keeping your elbows in, tight to your body. Then coming through into whichever cobra you'd want. If you want to take full chaturanga, you're going to come down from your plank without lowering your knees. And the way to do this safely is to lean over your toes so that your shoulders are further towards your fingers. They're not directly over your wrists. Okay, so you're leaning over your wrists, lowering down. Sorry, it's really hard to talk and do that. So you're lowering down with your elbows above your wrists, tucked in nice and tight. So you're in this position as you come down. You don't want to be like this. You don't want your elbow behind your wrist. You don't want your elbow in front of your wrist. Okay, so it's really important that you get this correct alignment. If you can't get this correct, then you're not ready for it. So lower your knees and go down that way. If you do chaturanga wrong, it can be really damaging for your body. So please make sure that your alignment is correct if you are going to try this. So you lower down, hover, and then lower your hips. So then you come into your cobra. Okay, so there's no right or wrong for this. It doesn't matter if you can't do a chaturanga. That doesn't mean that you can't do a sun salutation A. That doesn't mean you're any less better at yoga. Yoga is all about you and what you're feeling in your practice. So whichever variation you want to take to get you down to the mat. Once you're down to the mat, elbows stay tucked in. They never come out to the sides. So you've got baby cobra. Your chest is off the floor, but your belly is still on the floor. You could lift your hands to hover, just to make sure that you are in the correct baby cobra position. You can have your hands next to your chest. Push yourself up slightly into a higher cobra. Your elbows are still bent. You're looking forward. Your elbows are still tucked in. You can push yourself up even further into a really high cobra where your pelvis is just slightly coming off of the floor. If you want to take even further, ground down for your hands and your toes. Lift everything else up off the floor. This is up dog. Okay, so if you're in cobra, you can tuck the toes, roll over, come back into your downward facing dog. If you are in up dog, again, you just roll over your toes. Okay, so loads and loads of different variations in these poses. So then bending the knees, looking towards the top of your mat. Again, either step, little steps. Maybe you want to take a big step. Maybe you want to hop forward. If you want to hop forward, bend your knees, look in between your hands. Put all your weight in your hands. Bunny hop. Bend your knees so that you're in kind of like a closed knee squat. Inhale, halfway lift. Okay. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Hands together. Hands to heart. With the hopping, forgot to mention this at the start. Maybe I always forget it because I'm not really there yet. But you can always hop back as well. So when you've done your forward fold and you're down here, and instead of taking one leg back and then the other, what you can do is ground down through your hands, jump back to plank. If you are really strong, you can jump back into chaturanga. But really, really important that you get that alignment. If you jump back and you're not in the correct chaturanga, you're going to do some damage, okay? So it's really, really important to make sure that you get the correct alignment for these poses. So just thought today we would just go over a few variations because I know a lot of people get confused when they don't know whether to go into a baby cobra or a higher cobra. My rule is normally with my classes, on the first one, we take it slow. So on the first one, we do a normal sun sal with the low lunges, baby cobra. Then the second sun salutation, maybe we raise up in the high lunge and we come up into a higher cobra. Maybe on the third one, we do chaturanga and up dog. I only tend to do chaturanga once in my practice because, like I've said, if you get chaturanga wrong, you can do a lot of damage. So it's much better to not do it so often in case you were doing it wrong. And really good to kind of maybe watch in front of a mirror, or ask your yoga teacher, ask somebody to have a look and check if you are doing it okay. So yes, that's our class for today. I hope that that was helpful, and I will see you tomorrow for day 30. So just remember, when I say sun salutation, take your variation, whatever that will be. I will still give my alignment cues. If they don't fit with your body, adapt, adjust yourself. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me for day 29. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you tomorrow for our last class, day 30. It's an hour-long class, so be prepared. I will still go over all the alignment cues and everything. And yeah, I will see you then. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.